What's up, Van Fam? It is Ben Price with Vominos Vans, back at you again today with another video. It's a little earlier in the day than I am used to being up, so excuse me if I sound a little nasally. Today I'm sitting in a client's van. We've got a Ford E350 extended cargo version with a diesel engine, 6.0 power stroke. And before we do anything on this camper van, before we do any electrical, any flooring, insulation, anything like that, this van is getting a high top treatment at FIBERINE. Now, FIBERINE's about a 2-hour drive away from us here in San Diego, and I'm on my way up there right now to meet them when they open up this morning. And the idea is that we're going to cut a giant hole in the roof of this van and then put a 30-inch fiberglass top on. That's going to extend the standing room inside the van to just under 7 feet before we get started with our build. And we're actually going to get a ton of extra storage space right here above the driver and passenger's head, and that actually extends out even further past the windshield. So there's actually going to be a considerable more amount of space in this Econoline. Actually more space than would be in some of the Sprinters and Transits, believe it or not. So we're gonna hit the road here in just a few minutes, but classic van life move. I'm here at 24 Hour Fitness. Gonna grab a quick shower and then we'll get going. All right, now that that's taken care of, let's hit the road. So just got off the highway. It is 9:53, so made pretty good time. Just a few minutes away from FIBERINE now, so in not too long there's going to be a big old hole in that roof. Yeah, just guessing by this high top right here, we're in the right place. Oh yeah, look at that, fiberine.com. Yeah, we are here. Guess I'm just gonna pull in. Yeah, look at that. All right, what's up, guys? Quick 2-hour ride, not too bad. Traffic was pretty easy this morning, and we got Gonzalo here, co-owner. His father started FIBERINE how many years ago?
40 years now?
40 years ago. These guys have been doing this as long as there have been high tops in the game, so excited to get started with them. The guys are getting started prepping the van for the whole job, so I'm just gonna give you a quick walk around. All right, not too much special with this van. It's, I believe, 2006, don't quote me on that. Ford E350 Super Duty extended version. Pretty basic. You can get these pretty much anywhere in the country, depending on the condition and the mileage, anywhere from like $5,000 to $15,000. Great, reliable vehicle. Parts are in ample supply. Most mechanics have worked on them, especially if it's a gas engine. This one happens to be diesel. Just a very nice, affordable platform to start a camper van build in 2022. All right, so here we've actually got the mold for the top that's going on. This is the 30-inch Super Camper. You can see we've got kind of lots of supports here, but this is how they do it. So this whole thing on the inside gets lined with fiberglass and resin, and then once that cures, you know, they pop the whole thing out and then put it on this guy. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. FIBERINE is, you know, one of the leaders in the game. They didn't get that way by accident, so they've asked me to make sure that we're not publishing any footage on the build that, you know, really kind of shows how they're doing it. So
I'm gonna show you guys a couple clips here and there while they're putting it together. It doesn't give any information away, and then we'll talk about everything at the end when it's all done. Definitely no going back now, that's for sure. Yeah, look at that. Oh, I got sunburned. Yeah, buddy. Okay, it is the end of a very long day, but a very fun day. Oh, sorry about that, Van Fam. I just realized that editing the video and I completely forgot to show you the inside. So before we wrap the end of the video, let's go take care of that. All right, so got a big high top. I'm 6'3", and you can see, I mean, I've got more than a fist height above my head. FIBERINE says that this top is gives you 6'11" standing room. I measured what kind of height we've got in here, and I got 6'9" at the max. Granted, there is some flooring down here that's probably taking up a little bit, but I don't know if it's 2 full inches. I don't know. Stay tuned. We'll get a final height after we finish building this one. But let me show you what we've actually got going on here in the high top. Okay, so as you saw at the shop, this whole thing is built in a fiberglass mold. They actually start with construction on the outside and then work their way in. So what you can see here, you know, we've got all the fiberglass mat that's saturated with resin, and they have underneath the fiberglass put in a bunch of wood supports here on the sides, both sides, and then I think you can see the pattern. Yeah, this is actually OSB plywood up top, and that gives us reinforcement on the roof and on the walls for doing things like cabinetry or roof racks up top. We've got the slider windows here. These are optional. There's a few different widths that you can choose from, and you can choose your placement, whether you want it kind of in the front, in the middle, or the back. We decided to go with a back placement on this van because we're planning on having a second bedroom up top here, the penthouse suite, and that will just kind of come from here all the way across to here, and then that way, you know, your head is up this way. You got some windows to look out of. That's nice as far as a view when you're camping, and it actually also helps airflow quite a bit, which is very important when you're sleeping in a van. I know that we're gonna get asked about this quite a bit. You can see it, you know, drops down in the ceiling height inside, and it mimics it on the outside. You saw probably in the drone footage, there's like a bunch of contours around here, and I asked Gonzalo, I was like, okay man, what is the purpose? I know there's a reason for this, but what is that reason? And he said these were built for the old school air conditioners that were super tall. So the reason this whole thing actually drops down on the roof line is to reduce the amount that the air conditioner is sitting above the roof, giving you less drag and better gas mileage, and just a lower profile, it looks better. I did ask him if they had any plans on doing one of these particular high top models just without those contours, if they just had like a smooth roof all the way back. And he said they're not going to produce that as like a factory option, but they do actually sometimes do exactly what I just said, but instead of doing it from the start with the mold, they'll start with this and then they cut this guy out, and then they have a mold for the piece that would go over, that makes it flush, and then you just finish that. It's just more efficient for them to do it that way. So it is possible to get this high top without this dropping down. You could just get it flush all the way back. I actually may end up doing that on mine because I'm just a wee bit claustrophobic, just a little bit. It just kind of like stresses me out. It's not like it scares me or anything, but I will be sleeping up in the penthouse suite, and any little bit of extra room that I can have above my head, it's just gonna make me more comfortable and I'll sleep better. Talking about space, if I flip around here, we've got this guy, which is for the most part gonna be storage in our builds. There's just a ton of room. So you can see, I'm gonna walk around here and show you what we got going on. All right, so what is actually happening here is this is the original roof of the van. They leave this front section over, the driver and the passenger section. And that also means that there's still this structural rib. So we've got extra reinforcement here still from the left to the right side of the van. And then the fiberglass shell actually extends out past over the windshield, which of course you've seen on the outside. And that just creates a ton of space up here. I mean, this roof is already taller than any Sprinter or Transit, which makes this, more spacious. But then also the Sprinters or Transits, they're kind of front storage just ends. This is all cut off here, so you lose all of this space, and that is just a ton. Like, I don't even think I have enough things to bring on the road to fill this space. So on my build, like, this is going to be storage. This is where everything lives, all of my clothes and gear, whatever. And then, kitchen will be here for just kitchen stuff. And then got a bed. There's going to be an insane amount of closets here that you've kind of already seen in our prototype. Oh, not to mention there's also ample storage underneath the back of the rear bed, and then my bedroom will be upstairs. So storage is just not a concern. And the last thing to address is a question that I know we're just gonna get a ton of, so I'll just address it right off the bat, is how secure is this thing? How strong is it, right? So for strength, we already talked about the wood reinforcements. We can put 350 pounds on top of this roof directly. That's not, including if we have a roof rack that disperses the weight even more. Not that I'd really want to put much more up there, right? We try to keep our builds light for maintenance and gas reasons. But as far as the safety is concerned, this whole top is glued and screwed and bolted to the body of the van with 2 layers, two different points of waterproof sealant. So it's strong, it's secure, it's waterproof. Obviously take care of it, and it should continue to be all 3 of those things as long as you need it to.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Okay, it is the end of a very long day, but a very fun day. The sun was setting, and I wanted to get a couple beauty shots in before the end of today. So pulled off at a spot in San Clemente, found a nice little turnaround here by the ocean, and flew the drone. I don't know about you guys, but I am super stoked on how this came out. And what I'm actually also even more stoked about was just how the whole experience with FIBERINE went. I've been following the company. I've known about the company for quite some time, but never really had an opportunity to actually interact with them and do business with them. And they're just such a good team. Gonzalo, who you met at the beginning of the video, like I said, he's the co-owner. His father started the business 40 years ago. And let me just tell you, they know what they're doing. They have not stayed in business and become the industry leader in high tops by accident. There was even a little bit of miscommunication about the project and dates and all that kind of stuff a few days ago, and when they realized what happened, the team jumped into action. They actually started manufacturing our top right away, and the thing was ready to install this afternoon. So thank you again to the FIBERINE team for taking care of us. I am very excited to do business with you guys in the future and install a lot more of these high tops. Also, thanks to FIBERINE for letting me hang out today with you guys and film some little bits for the channel. Super fun. Definitely can't wait to come back. And remember guys, we are selling these as real estate investor packages. So if you get one of the 5 camper vans left in 2022, we're gonna get you your 2 extra assets, your rental listing and your masterclass. Those are gonna come free in the real estate investor package for you, no extra price. There will be an additional price for those next year in 2023. We'll talk more about pricing on that when we get there. So all I gotta say guys is if you want one of these, the pricing is never gonna be this low. The investment opportunity is never gonna be this good. So if you wanna become a real estate investor, make sure to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, leave us a comment below and let us know what you think of the video and of this high top. Follow us on Instagram at VamonosVans, and if you are ready to take the next step towards becoming a real estate investor, go ahead, check us out at www.vamonosvans.com. That was a mouthful. I don't even know if you can see me anymore, but I am Ben Price. Thank you so much for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.